Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's 1-1 draw at the Kassam Stadium. A little bit late as obviously I've just come back from the away game, but Reading obviously drawing 1-1 away at Oxford, and the message is still reiterated that the best team Oxford have had in 20 years are still unable to beat the worst Reading team in 20 years. Reading are rock bottom right now, the owners selling players for cheap, we're having microwave meals at the training ground, we don't even know if there's going to be a club next season, and yet Oxford United still can't beat Reading. In terms of the game itself, though, it was pretty much a stalemate, really, if we're being completely honest. There was lots of times where the momentum shifted back and forth between the two sides. The game was definitely played in different games, if that makes sense. There was definitely different sections of each part of the fixture. We'll run through Reading's starting 11, though. Just two changes to the team that last played. David Button continued to play in goal. We had a back four that was a little bit changed, with Jarrell Dorset and Andy Yeardon playing in the two fullback positions, and Tyler Bindon was partnered by the returning Amadou Mbengu playing centre-back in this game. Michael Craig returned to the starting 11. He played in the defensive midfielder position with Harvey Nibbs and Lewis Wing just in front. Aziz and Makeru continued to play on the wings with Sam Smith being the sole striker. Now, in terms of the game itself, the first half was pretty much a stalemate. I've got to say, in terms of who was arguably the better of the two sides, I've got to say it would have been Oxford. They were a lot more sharper than Reading. I think they were a little bit shaky when it comes to the defensive work and playing it around the back and really just Reading attacking them at the back. But going forward, there was definitely a fluidity that you could see throughout Oxford's side. Ruben Rodriguez was probably Oxford's best player on the day, but it was Mark Harris who got the scoring underway. Little bit of a controversial moment, as a lot of Reading fans thought it was offside at the time. I did think it was offside as well, because I'm going to go with whatever decision goes with Reading. But I haven't actually had an opportunity, should I say, to see the goal back. But a cross comes in from the right hand side from Bury. He plays it in, it misses everybody, but finds Cameron Brannigan, who's able to control it. He plays it back across goal to what I thought looked like an offside Mark Harris, but Harris puts the ball in the back of the net and puts Oxford 1-0 up. That finally woke up the Oxford fans, and they decided to actually turn up to the game and decided to start singing. Oxford fans were very quiet once again. It disappointed me when they came to the Matchday, and even at their own ground, don't really belt anything out, don't really back the team throughout the 90 minutes to Oxford. They finally woke up once a goal went in. Just before that, though, Reading did have an opportunity. Lewis Wing had a strike just outside the box, missed, hit the back post. So missed and went off target. But apart from that, Reading I thought were quite sluggish and a bit sloppy. Oxford didn't really create anything else in the first half. No opportunities, should I say. Just a strike that went straight down David Button's throat, which he was able to save with ease from Rodriguez. Got to say, Rodriguez, though, a little bit of a diver, a little bit of a cheat. Always on the floor, rolling around, slapping the grass, trying to make the most out of every single decision. Got Michael Craig booked in the first half, and apart from that booking, I thought Michael Craig had an absolutely outstanding game. Got to say, Tyler Bindon as well was very impressive today. I thought he was really calm. He was quite solid at the back as well. Really was able to stop any attacking threat that Oxford was able to pose when going forward. Covered for Mbengue a lot in the first half, who I thought had a pretty poor first half showing. But the second half, Reading came out and looked a little bit better. Started to push really, and Oxford took their foot off the gas completely. But it was actually the substitutions from Ruben Celis that changed the game massively. Charlie Savage, Clinton Mola and Kelvin Ehibachiman came off the bench, all replacing their position sakes. Ehibachiman now playing out on the wing, replaced Paul Makeru. Jarrell Dorset came off for Clinton Mola. And obviously Michael Craig being replaced by Charlie Savage. I've got to say, them three substitutions worked wonders as Reading were able to find an equaliser in the 76th minute, a Kean Brown own goal, as Kelvin Ehibachiman did some fantastic work down the left-hand side with the ball dribbling, running at his man, was able to get past one, get past two, play the ball into the box, and Sam Smith would have had a tap-in if it wasn't for the Brown own goal. But Reading scored to make it 1-1, and the momentum continued to shift from there. Reading were piling the pressure on Oxford. Again, look, no real massive opportunities were created, but again, the ball was just around dangerous areas. Crossings were being put in, and Reading were really pressing Oxford massively. I've got to say, Charlie Savage, when he came on in the midfield, did his pressing very well. A lot of tackles were being thrown in. The ref as well, I thought was quite poor today. Look, I'm going to always sit here and say the ref is going to be bad for my team, but I thought today the ref was particularly poor and was given a lot of decisions Oxford's way. But look, Reading wasn't able to find that winning goal. They wasn't able to find the second goal to give us another win. But look, like I said, Oxford's best team in 20 years still can't beat Reading's worst in 20 years. First game was obviously 1-1 at the Matchday. Second game here at the Kassam was 1-1 as well. And yeah, look, I'll take the point at the end of the day. I don't think Reading were poor. I think... Don't get me wrong. Let me rephrase that. I think Reading's performance overall was poor. I think when the substitutions were made, Reading played a lot better, and I thought Oxford were poor as well. I thought realistically it was just two not very good sides coming up against each other. The position Oxford are in right now in 7th really does baffle me. I think there'll be a little bit of a trajectory slide going down the table for them. I don't think Des Buckingham is the right man. Listen, it may be a long-term project, but look, Liam Manning had them playing fantastically, and now look where they're at, sliding down the table. Now, in terms of individual performances, like I said, I thought Tyler Bindon was quite good. I've got to say, Amadou Mbengu, as much as he was awful for the first half, the second half was much improved. As soon as he got that rip in the shirt, I started to notice Mbengu playing a lot better. Andy Iadon was solid as always. I thought Lewis Wing went missing, and Sam Smith continued to be a nuisance up front for them Oxford defenders, who really wanted a piece of that shirt home with them. Aziz as well, I've got to mention this one. Femi Aziz is very much a confidence player and didn't have the confidence in his favour today. I've got to say, it was a pretty poor game from Femi Aziz. Ehe Batcherman as well, I thought played really well when he came off the bench, as well as Charlie Savage. I thought they both played quite well. But Ehe Batcherman obviously contributing towards the goal, making it all himself was fantastic from him. So look, a lot of people wrote Ehe Batcherman off, but fair play to him. Look, maybe a place on the wing is potentially where he can go. What does this do for the league table, though? After the results have been played, Reading still sit in 21st as of right now, 28 points for the season, just 2 points behind Port Vale, who lost to Fleetwood today. Also, only 3 points behind Charlton, who are only on 31. Still looking to get out of that relegation zone soon. Obviously, without the points deduction, we would have been out of that relegation zone. So, thank you, Dai Young, for continuing to be Reading's biggest nuisance. But hey, I think it's coming. When you look at the form over the last 10 games, Reading have picked up 15 points in the last 30 that have been available. I think they sit 9th in the form table. Ruben Sellis has definitely turned it around, and the boys have definitely started to pull their finger out. That's going to be it for this one today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll go ahead and see you again very soon. Match previews will probably be back now because there is no more transfer windows and news to talk about, so I can focus more on the matches themselves. So, yeah, Stevenage in midweek, and then Charlton at home on Saturday. That's going to be it for this one today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I've been James, and we'll see you all again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.